Hi, this is Jayprakash Pedinti. I'm today. This is my thesis research analysis. The primary research. To conduct primary research for my thesis, I utilized various methods, including both quality and qualitative methods. I gathered my result through surveyors, interviews with open-end questions, and some controlled security assessments. The goal was to capture real-world vulnerability and security measures in healthcare tracking systems and surveys and questionnaires. The survey targeted IT security professionals, healthcare instruction administrations, and clinical staff with the experience with medical uh, device tracking systems. They asked questions about more concerning security threats and most commonly applied security practices and what if means to use the encryption and on an authentication on these medical device tracking systems. These receives 54 comprehensive responses. Represented a good diversity of viewpoints, both gender and geography. They allowed to collect a vast amount of qualitative information on the more important, more common security challenges people face and to strategy for and applying to mitigate the challenges. Interviews. They conduct cybersecurity experts in health data privacy, all constant to the interviews. Asked experts for emerging health IT threats such as ransomware, insider threats, and third-party risk. Asked experts for the top best practices for securing the patient data in health IT tracking system and security assessments and penetration tests. They can they conducted stimulus of cyber attacks on a simple health tracking system to locate the potential security flaws and assessing the effectiveness of encryption and protocol and firewall configurations and access control. They studied weakness in the system such as unauthorized access to the data and potential data leakage points. Secondary research. The secondary research includes the extensive literature review of existing studies and government regulation and industrial report of data security in healthcare tracking system. Academics. Ge- academic academic journals and conference papers. They conducted a interview review on peer and review articles reviewed articles examining encryption technology and blockchain applications and access control to methodologies in healthcare data security. They also conducted a qualitative case study examining examples of some of the biggest healthcare data and breaches to understand the vector of attack and cybersecurity countermeasure and implemented post in incidents. Industry report and white paper. The documentation review consists of standards such as NIST 80 800 30 80037 and 800301 are well firewalls developed by Health Information Trust Alliance and HIT Trust among others. And identifiers took careful notice of several trends and areas of standards and frameworks of leading the healthcare providers and who they are chose to approach and best practice in the field of cybersecurity. Le- Legal and complaint companial regulations. Rules such as Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act and also European Union General Data Protection Act were among the regulations. The term research. The terms as assessed by the regulatory recruitment impact the level of data security used in the healthcare tracking system and comparative analysis of security protocol. To conduct the protocol analysis, they want to address all the bullet points in the questions. The first the first should compare different encryptions techniques and authorizations mechanisms such as healthcare tracking system. The next step should be identified the gap in the current security solutions and proposing the enhancing to the currently implemented security mechanisms based on the emerging research. Remembering to provide actual references to the information that they find and to format these references the APA format properly. So this is the correct literature review study. Conclusion: a complete comprehension of data security challenges within healthcare tracking system which has been achieved through a combination of secondary and primary research. The primary research provided practical knowledge of real world vulnerability, which the secondary research put this into an perspective within the existing literature and regulation framework. Analysis helps building building between security strategies to protect patients' data and confidentiality, integrity, and availability in the healthcare context. And these are the references that I used for my secondary research. Thank you. That's it.